Hi, I'm Calvern James
Okay.
from caterer.com. And today I'm delighted to be catching up with Adam Roberts. He's the CEO and founder of a new not-for-profit initiative called Open Kitchens. We're going to be talking about why Open Kitchens was launched in response to the COVID-19 crisis, what it's achieved, and how you can get involved. So welcome, Adam. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Looking very
Good morning.
comfortable in your garden.
Well, got to make the best of these situations, I think, at the moment.
Yeah. So, Adam, give us an introduction to Open Kitchens and why did you launch?
Well, I've spent 12 years working with restaurants, and when there was the announcement that we had to effectively avoid going out to restaurants, pubs, bars, cafes, just saw the industry collapse. Within sort of 48 hours, we'd lost 90% of our work, and I just saw the desperate situation that restaurants were facing. So I decided pretty shortly after. I think it was the announcements on the Monday, and by Wednesday, speaking to colleagues in the office, we decided, what can we do to help our restaurants? It was that bad a situation; it almost made it easier. There was no point trying to operate commercially. It just became a bit of a right. Let's all muck in and see what we can do each other. And came up with the idea because I was seeing restaurants were doing similar things but I wanted to support them and wanted to create a platform that we could get a message out and a brand and a story and a concept that we could roll out to a bigger level and help the restaurants. And that's where the idea came from. It came from the simple idea that restaurants have the capability to cook meals for their community, and they also have great access to a large audience of people that have been to their restaurant or follow them on social media. And it was about bringing these two things together, but trying to do it on a national level where restaurants can hit our platform and pledge to be a part of the service.
Yeah. How does the initiative work exactly, both for those involved in creating the meal, but also those receiving them?
So the way our model works is that restaurants go onto our platform, openkitchens.co.uk, and they can pledge to cook meals for their community. That's between 300 and I suppose any number beyond that per week. And we then give them a budget of up to £1.85 per meal. That includes covering the costs of PPE, packaging, and the production of meals as well, which is normally about 20-25 pence per meal as an average. And we have a store which is stored at openkitchens.co.uk where the venues can purchase these items.
Sure.
We've partnered with FareShare, which means that they actually pick up the meals and help distribute them to FareShare UK. Work with 11,000 charities in the UK, and they know and have relationships with them all. They also have chilled vans and storage facilities. So we line them up with the restaurants on this initiative, which means that we know that the meals are going to those that need them most. And then in terms of funding the production of these meals, we're reliant on the support of the community who we have restaurants where they have tens of thousands of followers on social and tens of thousands of people on their email databases that are kindly donating to fund the production costs of these meals. And so far we've raised £175,000, which will produce over 100,000 meals.
That's very impressive. I mean, on that, how's the journey been so far? Sort of what's been achieved in more detail?
It's been crazy. It's been great fun in the sense of I like working and I like the feeling that we're doing something really positive. We've managed to get 32 kitchens onto the scheme already, and that's going to really ramp up because we've also had to build a very complex platform that allows restaurants to pledge themselves. We've built a massive background of marketing assets that the restaurants can tap into and use to engage their audiences. We've got over 5,000 followers on social media, and all of the posts and presence. So we've been very busy getting everything in place. We've built relationships with organisations like FareShare, who not only are helping us get the food to the people that need it. But all of that is surplus. So, for example, I had an email this morning with quite a lot of food that's available that hopefully we're going to put into our kitchen network and get cooked and save. And this is stuff that comes from supermarkets or food manufacturers. We've also agreed a partnership with Hilton, who are kindly letting us use some of their hotels across the UK to act as storage hubs for the meals and for some of these products, these ingredients that we get through the food redistribution partners. And what else have we done? That's what springs to mind. But
I think that's quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
There's
loads more. It's just, it feels like we've built about 2 years worth of infrastructure in 2 months.
Yeah.
Because I've built similar things before, where you have the marketing packs, the marketing assets, the platforms, the customer base. But I don't know how we've managed to do what we've done really in 2 months. I suppose working 140 hours a week helps.
That's absolutely brilliant. I mean, obviously a huge amount of work's gone into it so far, and I'm sure much more work will be going into it looking ahead. What are your main focuses from here?
From here, the main thing, we're totally reliant on the kind generosity of the public and the donations they bring. So we're looking to make more and more people aware of our initiative and raise more and more donations. Every penny that we get goes into the production of meals for people that desperately need it. And that's for children who are in food poverty, the homeless, vulnerable adults, people with dementia. That's a big audience. So sadly, 1 in 8 people in the UK are experiencing a food crisis. So it's a massive, massive audience that we need to support. It's quite shocking, really, in this day and age that this is allowed to happen. And unfortunately, it's going up every day with what's going on. So we need more donations every single day, more and more donations, because there's so many people to support. More restaurants. We're now in a position where we've built the infrastructure in this last 8 weeks. So we want to start ramping up how many restaurants are involved. And we're also building some new technology as well, which will allow people to sign up as volunteers to do deliveries in their community to neighbours on a one-to-one basis. So that should hopefully be coming within the next few weeks. But in summary, donations and more restaurants is the key.
All right. I'm curious to find out, with so much going on in this crisis and so much work that you're putting in, what are some of the positive experiences that or learnings that you're gaining from all of this?
I suppose on a personal level, it's been quite interesting to kind of learn how much satisfaction I'm getting from sort of doing something that's just there purely to be good. It's not, I don't make any money from this. In fact, it's cost me quite a lot of money to get things to where they are. And that's given me a great feeling, and I'm conscious of that now, and I don't let that go in my life. That actually helping other people is a really nice thing to do and feels great. So that's been an eye-opener to me, that sort of charity side of it, and I want to keep that in my life. This thing will go on forever. So, there's always people that need food. So when this thing's over, we're still going to be carrying it on, because there's always capacity in kitchens to help cook for their community. So that's been interesting to learn that, we've got something here that will go on forever, and that actually we're dealing with a problem that's not exclusive to COVID-19. There's always people that need food. And then I've just learned a lot about, I suppose, business and about structures and processes, because we've got 60 people involved in this now who are volunteering and working full time in many cases.
And of course, looking to grow that and expand that very quickly as well.
Absolutely. But there's people that have come into the organization where I've learned things from them, and I've thought, all right, well, I'm going to use that for, say, other businesses that I'm involved with, how we structured things or ran things. So made a lot of contacts as well, within the volunteer group.
Who's getting involved typically, where they come from, what are their backgrounds?
Well, by kind of trade, I suppose I'm a tech entrepreneur. So most of the people I brought into the project initially ran tech companies or design creative agencies, marketing agencies. So engaged a lot of those. And then what I tended to find was that for every person that got involved, they were then talking to other people, and some of them became involved as well. So that I suppose is the sort of background thread. It's a lot to do with tech and marketing, but we've expanded, and there's a lot of people on furlough. I mean, we've had over 200 people volunteer just through our Facebook page to support, people contacting us by email every day. I just got off the phone with three people that are three brilliant people that are going to help us with reaching out to restaurants in a range of areas, Liverpool, Bournemouth, and parts of London. So they're coming from all over now that we're established and people know of us and are getting in touch through the website. And actually, I want to say thank you to the caterer, because we've had a number of people get in touch who have said they heard about us through the caterer. So that's been a good source of volunteers too.
That's good to hear. I mean, caterer.com are supporting Open Kitchens in helping spread the word and encourage people to get involved. What do you need most from the sector at this time? Clearly, a lot of stuff needs to happen. You're growing. You're trying to reach all corners of the UK and beyond, I'm sure. What do you need most from the sector?
Well, we need more kitchens. We do want to open kitchens all across the UK. I can't emphasise enough, though, that this will be a forever initiative. We want to leverage the capacity that's in commercial kitchens across the UK at all times to support their community as a bit of a corporate social responsibility piece, if you will, that restaurants can run. It's a great thing for the restaurants as well. It's going to be a tough industry. So to build this relationship with their community and their fan base is brilliant, because we're seeing people who are donating saying, look, as soon as this is over, I can't wait to come and have a meal with you. So there's an opportunity now in this crisis to do so much good that hopefully it will help the restaurants on the other side. So getting more restaurants on board and opening and cooking, particularly ones that have good social media presence, good email databases, a big fan base, we can support them in engaging their fan base, raising money and cooking for their community. So that's the main thing right now. We will inevitably need more volunteers as we expand. We have lots and lots at the moment, which I'm very grateful for, but I think that will be on the horizon. Probably the biggest thing right now is donations and getting more kitchens up and running.
So on that, how can people find out more about Open Kitchens and get involved, whether it be restaurants or people wanting to make donations? How do we go about doing that?
So if you visit the website openkitchens.co.uk, you can both see the total, so you can see how many meals we've funded, how much money we've raised, how many kitchens are open, where they are in the UK. So check that out. And you can also see how much each individual kitchen has raised. When you click their profile, it will take you to their Just Giving page if you want to support that particular kitchen. And then on the website as well, we have links to our central page where those funds are then being redistributed to kitchens that we can support, perhaps where there's a funding gap. So it's all going to good use. So you can see everything at openkitchens.co.uk. Right. We're also very well covered on social. So if you visit our Open Kitchens UK Facebook page or our Twitter page or our Instagram page, we're there. So please follow us and share the message as well. That's the other thing I'd mention on that note is, if people aren't in a position to donate, helping spread the word is also really important, because maybe
sharing that on.
Absolutely sharing it on, because maybe the person you share it with will in turn be able to support or know somebody that can, and to not put too fine a point on it, that could create a meal that makes the difference for somebody. So plenty of ways to support.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thank you so much, Adam, for taking the time to catch up with me today. We really wish you, your growing team, everyone involved in this fantastic initiative. It does so much good. Every success in continuing your incredible work, and caterer.com definitely will continue supporting you. So thank you very much, and we wish you all of the very best.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody at the caterer.com, because it's made huge impact, and look forward to working with you all in the future on this. So thank you.
Excellent. Take care.
Okay, bye bye.